Hello people, Turbo here, and welcome to the video in which I will be discussing with you guys, or at least voicing my personal opinions, on something that I'm interested / concerned about. Now, most of you know, obviously on my channel, I do a lot of VR stuff, and Onward, the tactical milsim, is one of my favourite games to play, especially multiplayer, on the Vive. Now, a thing that's been brought to my attention, and I've been thinking about it a lot and decided to make a video about it because I wondered what you guys think, and anybody in the VR community what they think about this. Now, this is an attachment that somebody is making and selling on eBay, and there's very many similar ones that people have 3D printed or just rigged together themselves. And now, the point of contention that's going to upset so many people. I made a post a while back on Steam saying I think that there needs to be a way for people that aren't using this to play in their own separate rooms, just at least for competitions and such, because I feel as though this kind of additional tool could be a little bit of too much of an advantage. And now, before everybody attacks me and gets their pitchforks out and torches, what I'm trying to say is this, which even the maker on his YouTube channel saying to me doesn't affect anything in any way, and then says to people, ooh, this helps your accuracy so much, ooh, this makes it really easy to snipe people. So he's clearly flipping and flopping when people ask about it, and if they ask about buying it, it's amazing and so awesome and you must have one. And if you criticize it, it doesn't offer any advantage, which is a bit of a strange reaction. But anyway, I digress. When it helps you aim perfectly because your controllers are wedged in a position so they're completely stable and in sync with each other, rather than how you would normally play the game, obviously two separate controllers, which are flittering about a little bit as you'll have seen in videos, and you have to take a moment to aim properly, which I guess is as the game was intended to be played. This will let you just lift up the gun, fire. You still have to aim, obviously, but there's none of this trying to make sure that it's just right. You will be pixel perfect every time, as long as you're obviously aiming down the sights properly, rather than how the game is normally. Also, being able to hold something with a gun stock like that is going to help a lot with arm tiredness, which is one thing you will notice playing Onward, is if you're left or right-handed, your left or right arm will get really tired holding one controller out in front of you, further away, whereas the one closer to your chest, you can do that all day long. So what my point of contention is that it feels as though it could be a bit unfair for VR multiplayer games, especially a milsim. Now, I'm not against using a controller for single-player gameplay, because it's not going to affect anything. It's going to add to the immersion for you, but I feel as though it could be a bit unbalanced for in multiplayer, whereas everybody else is going to be trying to aim the old-fashioned way, getting those two controllers lined up nicely and aiming and shooting. Someone else can just basically, not quite like an aimbot, but you know what I'm trying to say, is that they can aim so much faster than anybody else. Whether they be good or bad at aiming isn't going to matter. They're going to be aimed consistently all the time because the controller's going to be in sync, they're going to move at the same time, and it's going to be locked in place. It's going to make it so much easier, like what the creators have been saying. So I was thinking, in terms of fairness, I'm not saying that it's cheating to do this, and I'm not saying that having it is bad for something like single player, because a lot of people came back at me and said, oh, anyone can make this, oh, anyone could buy one. But I don't think people should have to. When you go out and buy Call of Duty, you don't have to buy a particular mouse to enjoy the game. You don't have to buy a particular keyboard to join the game, or any other attachments for that matter. I feel as though people should be playing it the normal way, and if people want to play it this way, then maybe there should be some kind of way to detect it, so at least when there's competitions on, that it's made known that somebody is clearly using one of these and has this advantage. Like I say, it's not a major issue, but I'm thinking the way it's been treated when I've brought the issue up seems that a lot of people get really, really, really upset and will defend this kind of thing with their life. Their very life. That's it. People have said, oh, it seems like it could be a bit of an unfair advantage. Like, we're not cheating at all. He's saying we're cheating. We're not cheating at all. People get really defensive, and I think it just speaks volumes about the fact that they know quite well that it is a bit of an advantage, but they want to keep it. And I'm all for that, but I think it should have its own place. If you want to use attachments in a shooter game like Onward, then there should be a lobby you can set up where it's attachments only, or if you want to join that without an attachment, you can, rather than having this sort of elitist culture where it doesn't matter when it clearly does, because I think it does. It's an advantage, and it's unfair on somebody that doesn't want to buy an attachment, can't afford to buy an attachment, or doesn't want to build their own, which again, you still have to buy parts to do it. Anyway, I'm rambling on, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.